Hey guys, it's Kells here today. I'm back at it again with another video. I know I was not here last week. I know you guys were probably like, didn't she say she was gonna go on every weekend, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Yes, I did say that I was gonna go on, but last week I got a little caught up. I got a little caught up. So bear with me. I wasn't on last week. But you know the deal. You guys already know the deal. Whenever you come on, you announce yourself in the comments. You let me know who you are, where you're calling from, where you're watching from, and what you sipping on. Yes, please let me know. Hey, Miss Wall Street. Hey, girl. Hey, come on in. I saw your comment on my one of my videos this week. Caught me live, girl. Hey, come on in. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't be mad. I know last week I was not on live like I said I was going to be. I'm supposed to be on every Friday, sometimes Saturday and Sundays. I don't think I did anything YouTube related last week, but I do catch up on your comments and stuff like that. So come on in, announce yourself in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you sipping on, and we'll get started in just a minute. First and foremost, I gotta say to you guys have showed up and showed out for my mugs. Now, you guys know I did a little experiment where I got a little merch. We got a little Kells Collective merch. And I put it up for sale, just not expecting to sell any. And you guys really showed up and showed out. I'm like, it was brought a little tear to my eye. How you guys really showed up and supported me. If you want to see what I'm doing is whenever I sell a mug, I ask you guys to please take a picture with it in your atmosphere, in your environment. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Airborne Eclipse. Hey, girl. Hey, New Orleans. Indy in the building. Come on in and announce yourself. I see you guys here on live. We'll get started right in just in a minute. But anyway, back to the merch. So, whenever you guys purchase merch, send me a pic, a selfie with your merch, and I'm gonna post them on my Instagram. And so, if you don't know what my Instagram is, check the box below. It's Kells with three S's on the end. Miss Wallet, you're in DC. Okay, you're in my town. All right, great. You sipping on some apricot tea? I am sipping on some. What am I sipping on tonight? Cozy chamomile. Can y'all see that? Some cozy chamomile tea. So come on in, announce yourself, smash that like button. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe and put your notifications on. And oh yeah, and so if you want to buy a mug, hit me up. I'll send it to you, and then I'm gonna ask you to send me your pictures, and I'm gonna post them on my Instagram. I got a bunch of pictures from this week to post because I sent out a bunch of mugs last week. You guys really showed up for me. I really appreciate it. It was just kind of a little bit of an experiment to see, what kind of merch you guys would be interested in. And we always talk about what we sipping on. So I figured we might as well have our own custom Kells Collective mugs. You know what I mean? Might do something a little different in the future. They're only a limited number of these, so yeah, don't sleep on this. And that's this. Oh, and this side, that's like my actual lips, and it says squad. What squad you know more lit than the Kells Collective? I'll wait. None. Okay. Okay, guys. So I have an interesting thing to talk about tonight, and I hope you guys are into it. It's more mainly specifically for the men, because for some reason I do have a lot of male viewers on this channel, and I don't really like. I thought I would have more female viewers, but I definitely have more male viewers on this channel. So tonight we're talking about something very specific to the males, and it is how not to be in competition with the women that you're dating, and what kind of mindset you should be looking out for with these women. If we're having connectivity issues or anything like that, let me know and I will try to correct it as well. But I don't think we are. But come on in, announce yourselves. Let me know. Let me know where you're calling from. Let me know what you're sipping once. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. Oh Lord, I'm gonna drop my notes. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this kind of stems from a conversation that we were having, that I went out with a couple of girlfriends a couple of nights ago, and this kind of stems from a conversation that we were having at the dinner table over happy hour and drinks and stuff like that. And so we were talking about men and women and men being in competition with each other. The actual conversation was about how women can like not make a man feel like she's in competition with him by directing the conversation in a certain way. But I also wanted to I wanted to kind of shift the conversation a little bit and talk to men in this same regard, and let you guys understand what it's like to kind of, understand what it's like on the other side of the spectrum, right? So the first thing I'll say is that, we're in this climate right now of this whole Me Too, Me Too, Me Too. And I'm finding that a lot of men are walking around with a huge amount of contempt for women, a huge amount of angst and anger as it relates to women, and a huge amount of bitterness. As it relates to women, and whether or not that stems from like their relationships, like intimate, relationships, or if that stems from mother issues, or even if it stems from a father not being in the home and a man really not knowing how to deal with women in a manly way because maybe their father wasn't in the home to groom them. Wherever those issues kind of stem from, I'm finding that a lot of men are walking around with this huge level of contempt for women. Um, Primarily, you can see this in the workplace. If you're in the workplace and you find that the men on your team, or where you work at, or like and around you, they're really really just mean and snotty to women unnecessarily. They're in huge levels of competition with women unnecessarily. They don't do, even slightly gentlemanly things like hold the door, you know what I mean, or things like that. They just treat other women like they would treat some other dude on the road that they're like playing basketball or football with. Like that's like for me the kind of first indication that things are um a little bit awry with male female dynamics. Now you guys know I have to give you. Let me pause right here in what I'm talking about, and let me give you guys a little backstory. These conversations are totally candid. They're totally off the dome, and tonight I feel a little bit ill prepared, but I'm just gonna go ahead and speak, off the dome, and hopefully it all comes together. So if I'm a little stumbly stammery tonight, just bear with me. I was off last week and I didn't do any YouTube last week, so it's a little bit sometimes you're a little bit rusty. You know what I'm saying? So as you guys know, come on in, announce yourself in the comments when you come on in. Let me know where you're from and what you're sipping on. And we're talking about how men can stop competing with women and stop having such contempt for women. Um, Romantically, that they're bringing over from, I feel like, the workplace. Okay. So yeah, so you'll notice that these men at work, they are just so rough and tumble with women, and they treat the women the exact same way that they treat the men in the office. And you guys know that I talk a lot about, the differences between American standards and I lived overseas for a little bit, so European standards, primarily in England, and how it's so different in the workplace for men and women. Kenyon is saying he's having a little spice rum. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Um, Thank you, Airborne. So, um, so what I would say is that if you're noticing that you're treating women in the office very mean, very masculine, like they're another man on your team, if you find that you have a lot of anger towards women, if you find that in the workplace you're very competitive with women, that you don't even see them as women, you don't even see them as kind of feminine, you see them as like another dude, and you treat them as such, then just heighten your awareness around that when you take that same behavior from your workplace into your dating and your intimate relationships. Okay. So I will say this, it's understandable. I would say this. Oh, this looks a little bit. Hold on. Let me fix this. I will say this. It's understandable. We're all in a capitalistic country. We're all working, we're all trying to make our money, and we're all trying to be hyper vigilant around this whole Me Too thing, and this hyper vigilant around sexual harassment and all of that. And to tell you the God's honest truth, I feel like it's a little bit of something that's not realistic in the real world. If you are being nicer or gentler to a woman in the workplace, you don't have to worry about thinking, oh, she's if I hold the door for a woman, she's gonna write me up for sexual harassment. We all know how to behave when you're being a kind human being versus a sexual predator and deviant in the workplace, right? So let's not overblow the whole Me Too movement. Let's not overblow the whole reliance on, oh, I'm going to be an asshole at work because I don't want anybody to write me up for sexual harassment. Let's not, let's be reasonable and let's not lean on that too much, right? You still can be kind and be soft and be aware of how you're behaving when women are in your presence, even in the workplace. And I say this because when you start going on and you start dating women and then you think that you can talk to them or speak to them the same way that you would speak to a woman in the workplace, or you treat them the same way, or you are interviewing them on dates and stuff like that, um, this is probably why you're finding this very women are bringing very masculine energy to your dates, and why you're not hitting it off with women particularly, and why you find that you have so much contempt and you're feeling like you're in competition with this woman, and this woman is just overbearing and trying to do tit for tat with you. It's primarily because you're treating the women the same way you treat at work. This, you bringing that same behavior into your dating and your intimate relationships, and you really cannot do that. You really have to turn off and switch into something more that allows her to be more feminine. Okay. um so I'll bring this to your, what I want to bring to your awareness, men, is that women are actually two different species, you can consider it, when you talk about women in the workplace versus women on dates. um at the workplace, we're all trying to make our money. Hey, Pretty Banks. Hey, girl. How are you? At the workplace, we're all trying to make our money. We're all trying to, make a living and stuff like that. And it's very difficult sometimes for women to turn that off. Now, for men, I don't necessarily feel like men have to shift their behavior so much in the different facets of their life. What do I mean by that? I don't see men doing, like, being a completely different personality when they're home or when they're with their friends, different personality that when they're in the workplace. I feel like you guys are allowed a little bit to still be the same kind of personality across the board. Women, however, we have to shift our personalities quite a bit depending on the circumstance. You have to shift your personalities when you're with your girlfriends, shift your personalities when you're with your mothers and your aunts, shift your personality when you're with your children, shift your personality when you're with your husband and your lover, and shift your personality when you're at work. So there's multiple levels and personalities to a woman that you kind of have to understand. So when, it's a little overwhelming sometimes for women to remember to dial certain things up and dial certain things off, particularly when they're a career woman. You're so used to, as a woman, being in your boss mode and trying to be clear and direct with your words so that you get respect in the workplace, that it can be difficult for you to turn that off, dial that back when you get into your intimate relationships and dating scene with your men. Right? Does that make sense? Hey, Christine Smith from Atlanta. Hey, girl. Thank you guys so much for joining. I know it's late on a Friday. We are talking to the men today. We are talking about how men can stop being in competition with women and how they can understand the mindset of a woman, a career woman, a little bit better so that they can bring out her femininity and stop having so much contempt for these women, these bosses. Okay. So, so you have to understand that women do have a lot of different personalities to try they bring to the table. So it can be a little difficult to remember to dial certain things up and dial certain things back. Oh, I'm sorry, my hair is like super big today. Okay. So you will be different. You will be as a man, you're trying to pull out the more feminine personality of your woman. You are leading her. You are leading her. And so you have to understand that, if even if when you go into your date, say you're going on a date, you're taking her on a dinner date, and even if she starts to have conversation about what her work is and what her career is, and she's starting to be tit for tat with you, well, I have an MBA from Harvard University. Oh, well, I have a master's from Yale University. Even if she starts to be tit for tat with you, you have to know in your mind, this woman, particularly if you find her physically attractive and she looks very feminine, and that was what you were attracted to, understand that she truly is that kind of feminine creature, but you have to pull that out from her. You have to lead her. You have to remind her that she is indeed a woman, and it is safe for her to be feminine with you. You have to let her know that it is safe for her to be feminine with you, and that's what you are looking for. That's what you find attractive in her. So when she comes to the date, per se, and you're on the date, don't treat her like the women at work. Don't come in with the whole deep bass in your voice and commanding and trying to be, competition with her and trying to let her know you the boss up in here. You don't got to do all that. You don't have to do all that. What you're trying to do is you're trying to remind her that, or trying to let her know that it's safe to be feminine with you, and that that's what you like about her femininity. So lead the conversation in a way that leads her away from explaining what her job is and how much money she makes and how many degrees she has, and lead the conversation into a way that you're wanting to know what makes her heart skip a beat, what brings her joy, what does she love to do outside of work. You're not concerned with what kind of job she has and what work she's doing and what kind of money she's making, unless you're trying to get in her pockets. That's inconsequential. You're trying to find out if she wants children. How many children does she want? What does she like to do on the weekend? Does she work out? Does she hike? Does she swim? Can she swim? She from Florida. She don't know how to swim. Those types of things, those kind of light things that you're trying to find out about her, and not bringing to the conversation something like super, super interviewee and super how you would run a business meeting, right? And you will find that she will start to let down her guard with you. She will start to feel safe with you. And she might even, let you into the secret that she's actually pretty submissive when she finds the right man who she feels can lead her in a safe way. Now, men always want this very submissive, this very soft woman, but they don't know how to lead a woman down that path, and they don't know how to remind a woman that she is a woman. And you do that by being masculine, but not being the interviewee work masculine. You remind her of that by being masculine, by taking care of things, by saying, okay, honey, listen, I would love to go out on a date with you. Do not jump in her DMs talking about, I'm in town. What's up? I definitely had somebody jump in my DM talking about, I'm in town, let's meet up. No, 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 no. I don't meet up. I don't Netflix and chill. You in town, so what does that mean to me? If you are interested in my company, then you hit me up and say, hey, I'm in town until Saturday. Are you available on Friday? I'd love to take you out for dinner. There's a place up the street that I would love to try. It's Italian. That's how you get a woman's attention. That's how you make sure she feels masculine, that she feels your masculine energy, and not you trying to be, in competition with her, but you taking the lead. You taking the lead. You showing her that, you know what, you're a woman worthy of me making plans for. You're I would enjoy your company. Can you gussy up, make yourself look good like you always do, and come out? I would enjoy your company. I want to take you to dinner. I want to take you, if you don't want to go to dinner, I want to go hiking. Do you enjoy that, or ice skating? The ice skating ring is still going. I can't skate, but do you want to go? Do you want to go sip hot cocoa by a fire somewhere? I would love that. Remind her of her femininity, and then when you get in by taking the lead, not, you know what I mean, and not being so much in contempt and competition with these women. You don't have to be in competition with a woman. A woman is really not trying to be in competition with you. But if she feels that you're only looking for a woman who can bring education and career and money to the table, then that's what she's going to lead the conversation in. So if you don't want a woman that's always seeming like she's in competition with you and she's trying to one up you, then let her know that, yeah, her job and her career and all of that, great, perfect. I know you're smart. I wouldn't find you attractive if I didn't think you were smart. But let her know that you're interested in her femininity, in her softness, in her joy, in her light, in her sexiness, in her beauty. Ask her about her hair. Tell her hair looks bomb. She might have got a real good stylist in DC. You know what I mean? Remind her that she's a woman, and lead her into her femininity, and you will find that she will not be in competition with you, and you will not find these women that you perceive as overly competitive, overly masculine. All right, I got my little notes here. Let me see what else I got on my notes. You guys feeling me? I see you guys in the comments. You know this is a two-way conversation, so let me know what you guys think. How can men stop being in competition with women? How can men stop having so much contempt for boss women? How can they not see, how can they uncover or realize that boss women, corporate women, women who got things going for them are actually not masculine, but actually super feminine and actually are waiting for the right man to be submissive to? Quiet as is kept. Quiet as is kept. A lot of these boss women are just waiting for the right man to be submissive to. So, all right, let's look at the notes, shall we? Oh yeah, Christine, I'm in town. What's Can we can we chill? No, no, I don't chill, dear. You're in town, but I don't chill. If you want my company, then ask for my company. Ask if my calendar is clear. You know what I mean? Know how to treat women. Don't treat another thing, man. Another thing that you can find is like don't treat women like a buddy, like a buddy. Oh, I'm in town. What's up? You want to meet up? No, 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 no. I don't meet up with men. No. You don't want to give the sense that you're trying to be a buddy with women because it's only going to breed that same competition that you're trying to avoid and bring out her masculine buddy boy side. You know what I mean? No, treat her like a woman from the very onset of the conversation. And figure out how to do that, and you will find that there won't be this competition. There won't be these like two bulls in a china shop kind of interaction with the women that you like. All right, let's see what else is on the notes. Um, okay, so I kind of want to talk about reminding a woman of her femininity. How can a man remind a woman of her femininity? As I said before, take the lead and let her know that you're looking for her company, you're looking for her light, you're looking for her softness. You're looking for all of the things that women have in their femininity that men don't get on a daily, and remind her of that. Now, a lot of times in these dates that we're going on, there's these societal expectations that as I said before, you want a Jay Z and a Beyonce. You know what I mean? And so you want this boss superwoman and this man, and you're supposed to be, you know, uh, bringing, the same thing to the table. And essentially, it's like two men dating. And if you don't want that, and you don't want the competition, let her know that you're not looking for that. You know what I mean? Let her know in subtle ways or in direct ways. So what are some of the ways you can do this? In the way that you treat her. Play up the chivalry. Play up the chivalry. Open doors, help her with her coat, pull out chairs. Don't ever let her pay for anything. Let her know that she got it, but she doesn't need it with you. Let her know that she got it, but she doesn't need it with you. She won't need it now, she won't need it later. Let her know. And if that's not your mindset around women, then perhaps you're not prepared to date. Then perhaps you're not prepared to court a feminine woman. A lot of times, men, you guys have to do some self-reflection. And I know that some of the conversations around in the media right now are making you think that you should be trying to get with a woman that's going to pay half your bills, or pay half your dinners, or go half on stuff. But all that creates is a relationship of friends. That doesn't make a woman's heart skip a beat. That doesn't make a woman feel like, damn, my man is masculine and sexy. It doesn't make a woman feel like that when she feels like your buddy. You know what I mean? So what you're trying to do is do everything that you can to make sure she knows that you see her as a sexy, delicate, feminine creature, and not as your 50-50 mate, your 50-50 housemate, that you're expecting to bring in the same amount of things that you do. You are the hunter and gatherer. Even if she's working, you are the hunter and gatherer. So be the man, plan something, and let her know. I think another thing that I've experienced, that I've seen, in the past, and things like that, is it just being so boring. Men not knowing how to jazz it up, how to be sexy, how to be masculine, how to, you know, plan something. It's not good enough to be like, okay, you want to go to dinner, and then go to dinner and have this conversation and never ask a woman anything about herself. So I know earlier in the broadcast I said, hey, when you go out, don't necessarily ask her about her career. Ask her about what makes her heart skip a beat and things like that. Ask her about things that make sure you ask her about things. Ask her about her family. Ask her about, her childhood. Ask her, what she thinks about maybe current events, or something like that. Lead the conversation and make sure that you're peeling back the layers of her to reveal her softness. Lead her down her path to femininity and remind her that she is a woman and that is what is sexy to you about her. Not how much money she can bring in, not what kind of career job she has, not how many degrees she has. You can acknowledge that excellence. Absolutely acknowledge that excellence. But say to her, oh, all of that is great. But you know what I really love about you? I love your softness. I love your sexiness. I love your smile. I love the way you do your hair and your makeup, and that outfit is banging. The way that skirt is fitting you in all the right places, girl. You look great. Let her know that you find her femininity sexy and keep her safe so that those walls can come down figuratively and literally. All right. Y'all jump in the comments and let these men know how they can stop competing with women, how they can have less contempt in their heart for women, and how they can bring out and evoke more femininity, more softness, more submissiveness in these women, even though their women are bosses and can run the corporate boardroom and can run the household and can wear a dress and work it. But that's what you're looking for with her, is letting her know that she doesn't have to run everything with you. How do we let these men know we're not in competition with them? Ladies, jump in the comments and let me know. All right. I see y'all in there. Oh my God, did y'all see my merch? I know I've been guessing. I've been talking about this merch so much, but like I love it so much. Oh, if you're not on my these are my like real lips. If you're not on my Instagram, you need to go on my Instagram, because what I've been doing is like everybody who's purchased a mug, they've been sending me selfies and I have been rebroadcasting them or like posting them on my Instagram, because I gotta shout y'all out. I mean, if y'all showing me all this love, then I gotta show you guys love as well. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. If you buy a mug, send me a selfie and I will post it on my Instagram and I'll shout you out. My Instagram should be linked below. It's Kells with three S's on the end, on Instagram. Yeah? Yeah, let's jump in the comments. Tonight we're talking about how we let these men know how these men can stop being in competition with women, how we let them know that we're not in competition with you, how men can evoke femininity, softness, in women by creating a safe space for her to be feminine, for her to be soft, for her to be submissive, even though she a boss bitch at work. She's a corporate woman. Okay? Let's see. Santhea Coleman, you need a podcast. You can listen to this. A lot of people, speaking of that, but before I jump in the comments, a lot of people listen to these videos in the morning time, when they're getting dressed for work or when they're getting ready, or in the evening time when they're cooking. So, I know y'all like to see my little face, my little beat, how my makeup is did. But you can actually listen to it. You can actually put this on and listen while you're cleaning up or while you're cooking or while you're getting dressed in the morning time. I know a couple of my friends have told me that that's what they do. So the podcast idea is definitely one, Santhea, that I'm thinking about. But I like the video. I like the face-to-face interaction. I love you guys' comments, and on podcasts, you don't get the live comments, and that's my favorite part of the It's Kells Collective, learning from the collective wisdom of the community, and then getting you guys to chime in as well, because I'm not the expert. I talk a lot, I got opinions, but I'm not the expert. We are learning from the collective wisdom of the squad, and yeah, hence the squad mugs. All right, let's jump in the comments, yeah? All right. What are y'all saying about men not competing with women? All right. When you come in, you know the deal. Come in, announce yourself. Tell me what you're sipping on and tell me where you're from. All right. Miss Wall Street, hey girl. Cynthia, hey girl. Hey New Orleans. Indy in the building. DC is in the building. Sipping on some apricot tea. Yeah, sis. Kenyon from Orlando, back at it again. Um, thank you, Boo, for the compliments. Spice rum, sipping on a little spice from little brown liquor. You know I love my little brown liquor. Um, Atlanta in the building. Ooh, to New Orleans in the My Alabaster Network. Yes, I love that name, sis. St. Mary Francis from, no, Sir Mary Francis, CR? SR? I don't know what that is. Hey, girl, hey. Kenyon is gassing me right now. You blowing my head up in these comments. Hey, Sheena, hey, cuz. Christine says yes, she has to see you as safe. In order, so men, in order for you to take women out of this competition mode. Hold on, why do I feel like it's hot in here today? Oof. Sorry. Okay. So, in order for you to take women out of their competition mode, they have to see you as safe. You have to make them safe. You have to keep How do you make women feel safe? You be impeccable with your word. You be impeccable with your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you can't do it, say you can't do it. But don't be silent about it. Be communicative. You don't gotta always do the most. And ladies, this doesn't mean you blow a dude up. This doesn't mean you be in his text all the time. This doesn't mean you call him all the time because he's communicative. But just expect that if he says something, you don't even have to flinch. If he says it is done, it is done. That is the the most impactful way to make a woman feel safe around you. Other ways to make a woman feel safe around you. Be kind, be gentle, be chivalrous, but take the lead. Be masculine. Plan something. Let her know that you enjoy her company and that you want her around, and that you will take care. You will move. You will move obstacles out of her way. Ask her if she needs anything, and be prepared to provide it for her. Honey, do you need anything? What do you need? What is bothering you? What's going on? How can I make your day better? Tell me. Anything you need, tell me right now. Let's make it happen. Those things make a woman. Y'all almost got me saying indecent things on here. That is how you get your ladies out of her masculine, out of her competition, and into her feminine, submissive sexiness for you. So if that's what you're looking for, be prepared to ask your woman, what does she want? What do you need? How can I move that mountain for you? It is nothing. It is nothing, honey. Let me take care of it. I got you. I know you can do it, but with me, you don't need to do it. This is how you get a woman to drop them. Listen, you're trying to get a lady to drop them drawers. You take care of everything, all right? Listen, all right. So this is how you do it. And guess what? Even if she can take care of everything herself, she's still looking for a man that makes her safe enough to know that if she drops the ball, she don't gotta worry about it because he got it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to devalidate her accomplishments or what she can do. You can acknowledge that, but you need to let her know that she does not have to play both the man and the female in the relationship. She does not have to play the male role if she doesn't want to. If she want to go sit down, she can go sit down because you got it. You know what I mean? And if you pick the right woman, she's gonna want to still do, provide and do things, but she's gonna, do it with so much joy in her heart. Do and she knows, oh, okay, I don't got it. I don't, this. I don't have to work that hard because my man got it. I'm gonna take care of my man, and she's gonna be able to shift out of taking care of the people at her workplace and her boss, and she's gonna be able to shift to taking care of you because women are naturally caregivers. And so if we're not caring for our man, we're likely going to be caring for the people at work. You know what I mean? So if you want your woman to care more for you, that means you have to relieve her of her responsibilities at work. I'm sorry if ain't nobody told y'all this, but you can't expect a woman to care for everything at work and care for you with the same amount, equal vigor. You know what I mean? So if you want your woman to, feel safe and, kind of take care of you, you got to relieve her of some of those worldly responsibilities. That's how you make your woman feel safe. How else do you make your woman feel safe enough so that she so that you are not in competition with her. Let's see. Maceo. Oh yeah, definitely hit me up in my DM talking about, oh, I'm in town. Can we meet up or something, juvenile like that. I am a grown woman. I just responded back. You have said nothing that's interested me. And you know what the response was? Oh, fair enough. But your response should have been like, oh shoot, I better come more correct. But instead, it was kind of like, oh, fair enough. Okay, well, have a seat then until you realize how you talk to a woman, how you bring a woman into her femininity, child. Y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. If you came late to the broadcast, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Should have came on time. Should have had your notifications on. Yes, I agree. Ask her for a proper date and you're on the right track. Lead the way by showing that you know how to be a gentleman. It will make her want to show she's a lady. So how you bring a woman out of her masculine energy, out of her competition, out of her corporate energy is you play up your masculinity and you take care of things, you make the plans, you ask for her company, you open doors, you pull out, chairs, you ask her if her transportation is she's okay. Do you need me to send you an Uber? I'll be happy to send you an Uber. Do you not feel like driving tonight, honey? You don't want to take the train tonight? I can send you an Uber. I'd love to make sure that you're here. She will be like, damn, who is this man? This man is just taking care of everything. Now I have more time to get pretty for him. You know what I mean? That's how you bring a woman into her femininity. Linda Morena says, say that again. We want to submit, but the man needs to have strength. It has to be a yin and a yang. She says yin, but it's yin and yang dynamic. Absolutely. Quiet as it's kept, we would like to submit to a man. But women, especially very capable women that are raised to take care of everything, are raised to be able to stand on our own 2 feet, are raised to flourish with or without a man, cannot submit to a man that does not make you feel safe, that you cannot trust. The only way that you're going to submit to men, the only way you're going to get your lady to submit to you, sorry, gotta fix this hair. I feel like hot tonight. Literally like hot. The only way that you're gonna get a woman to submit to you is she has to trust you. She has to trust that if you say something, it's done. And if something's happening, if something's going wrong, you're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? And that she knows that you are gonna by hook or by crook make it happen. That is how you get your woman to feel safe enough to submit to you, to be soft around you. You know what I mean? A lot of these women that you see around here that are bosses, that are, you see are so, like very direct and cutthroat and loud and, kind of masculine, they're really very soft and very delicate. And it is your job as a man, as a growing and maturing man, to understand how to peel back those layers and let a flower bloom. Let your woman's flower bloom, right? So a lot of y'all, all y'all see women as is competition. Oh, competition in the workplace, or you see it as competition of how quick you can get her to drop them draws, how quick you can get her to do for you. If that is your mentality as it relates to women, you have a lot of growing to do. And you are not deserving of having a woman in your life if you think that everything about a woman is how quick, how fast, how she could do for you, how much you can get from her, how much you can squeeze out of her, how much you can get her to give to you before you think she's worthy of your love. It is not about how much you can squeeze and get out of a woman for her to prove how much she's worthy of your love. It is your responsibility to be the man and come to the relationship or the courtship letting her know that she is safe around you. She is safe around you. She is safe around you. And once you get her to that point, you will be shocked and how this woman opens up with you and blossoms with you and brings such a delicateness, a light, a love, a joy, a happiness to your life that you will not receive unless you have the love of a good woman. Y'all know, I be telling y'all, I be trying to tell you. I be trying to tell you, no, you do have to find the right woman. And if you do these things with a woman and you explain to her what you're looking for, and you do these things and you realize that she has a lot of learning and growing to do, you can do one of two things. You can take it as a challenge to help her grow into the woman that you know she can be, or you can let her go. But one of your responsibilities as a man is to lead. One of your responsibilities, probably your primary responsibility as a man, is to lead and to learn how to lead a woman and to head a household. And a lot of y'all ain't told that. A lot of you guys are not told that. You need to be able to know how to lead a woman in the direction, not just lead her to the bedroom. Okay, I think that's the only thing y'all really know is like how quick I could get a woman to get in the bedroom. That's not the only thing you're supposed to be. That's not the thing you're supposed to be leading her to do. You're supposed to be leading her to blossom. You know what I mean? So quiet as it's kept. As Funky Dineva would say. What else y'all saying in the comments? Oh, y'all are real vocal tonight. Yes. Airborne Eclipse. At this hospital, it's like having 1,200 sisters without secrets. The issue is once I walk away, most aren't real about what they think and feel. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, boo. I think Sheena says, I think ladies can help men stop competing by not feeding into their insecurities. We can stop an insecure question right away, such as, you don't need me, ask them why. Okay. Um, so is that something like that's like kind of letting a man know I do need you in my life. Of course I need you. You know, some of the things that you have to do, ladies. Okay, boss ladies, we're gonna switch the conversation just a little bit. Boss ladies, we know you could do everything. When God created woman, I mean, let's be honest, like a woman is a multitasking fool. We can do a lot of things. But that does not mean that you don't make space for your man. That does not mean that you don't make space for your man. Just because you can cut the grass and take out this and fix this and you can do it better, faster, quicker, smarter, cheaper than him does not mean that you need to do it. Just like at work when they tell you delegate. If somebody can do it 70% as well as you can, delegate it. Do that in your relationships as well. If you understand that terminology, do that in your relationships as well. If something needs doing, ask your hubby to do it. Ask your hubby to do it. Ask him to do it. Or your hubby or your boyfriend or your guy, ask him to do it. Tell him, honey, I don't know how to do this. Can you really take care of this for me? And when he does it, tell him, oh my, you really saved my life. Thank you, boo. Let the man make space for a man. You know, make space for a man. Don't be in competition with everything. I could change the light bulb myself. I could change my tire myself. I could pump my gas myself. I could wash my car myself. Child, give that man something to do. Give him something to do. Give him space. You know what I mean? And be appreciative of when he does bring something to the table. It's a partnership. You know what I mean? You're creating that partnership. You might not be in a marriage with him right now, but you're trying to cultivate that relationship. So let him be gentlemanly. Let him be chivalrous. Let him open the door. You know, let him make the plans. Let him take care of some things. That's how you get out of your competitive space with a man and you get into your feminine. And men, that is how you get your woman outside of her masculine space. Let her know, honey, I know you can do it, but I want to do it for you. Let me do it. I'll take care of it, babe. I'll take care of it, babe. You know what I mean? And culture into that. All right, what else are you guys are saying? I like that point. All right, I see that. Macia, the problem is men don't know how to speak to women, don't know how to woo a woman, are insecure and haven't learned to read a woman. I remind her by my behavior, aka chivalry, plan the date. Okay, I agree with this. I don't think men don't know how to woo a woman. They go through the motions, but they don't necessarily know how to woo a woman. Now, you know, I have a thing for older silver foxes. And you know what I love an older silver fox is because they still remember how to woo a woman, how to give a woman butterflies, how to make a woman feel soft and tender and sensual, and remind her that she is a sexual, desired creature, and that not we're just going on this date to have this conversation. As I said at the top of this broadcast, men, stop treating the women you date like the women you work with. Those are two different species. Even if you are dating a woman you work with, when you are working with her, treat her one way, but when you get on that date, treat her differently. Let her know that she is a woman and woo her. Y'all better go watch some YouTube videos on how to woo a woman, and don't watch these old scamming ass dudes on here talking about men going their own way, or what's that thing where they teach these little sly slick ways to get what to have sex with women. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about old school, you know, tactics of how to woo and court a woman, what a woman is looking for, and treat the women that you work with or that you are friends with differently than the women that you are courting and that you're trying to romance. All right. That's how you get them out of their competitive nature with you. That's how you get them to be submissive and delicate and soft with you. What else are y'all saying in these comments? Y'all comments are thick tonight. Yes, Friday night. Dropping gems. Thanks, boo. Sheena, allow men to express what makes them feel wanted because we communicate differently. Absolutely, we do communicate differently. We do. Um, Lavita Bell, hey girl, glad you made it. A good man, Linda says, a good man will step up and help out as well once wait, no, she says, and a good will step up and help out as well once a relationship has been established, but it shouldn't be a requirement. Okay, that's talking about the male female dynamic and the male taking the lead and allowing a woman to be soft and submissive and not expecting her to come to the table like some sort of, you know, one-to-one man, you know, buddy friend. That's not going to lead her into her sexiness, into her femininity, into her softness. You gotta, you know, be the man of the relationship. I need a podcast. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. That's a compliment. Maceo, ask her, guys, what makes her happy and sad, and when she is sad, what does she do to subdue the feeling? Where does she voice cracking? Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me take a sip. Okay. Where does she go when she feels heavy? Remember, a man's primary job is to protect and provide for her. I had a man ask me, you know, what do I do when I feel sad, and where do I go to replenish myself? That would be a beautiful conversation to have, and that would be beautiful insight into your woman, and to her softness and to how she cares for herself, and thus how she might be able to care for you. Right? That's a beautiful thing, Maceo. I love that. I really love that. Are you being a troll, Kenyon? What you talking about seem a little trollish. Little trollish. Not understanding what you're talking about. Um, Women shouldn't point out so many inadequacies that men have as well. Use our words to bring him up and show him strength. I agree with that. I do find that sometimes women I was watching, this is real random. This is real random. But oh God, what's the name of the show? Wheel of Fortune. And it was it was a married couple one. And a black woman and a black man, and they were married. And Pat Sajak, y'all know this show, Wheel of Fortune. It's an old show. Pat Sajak came on, and he asked the family to introduce themselves, and I was like, Lord, please, please let them. I'm looking at the comments and trying to talk to you guys at the same time. Uh, please let them be, kind of a decent couple, because they looked a little bit ratchet. I gotta be honest with you. And Pat Sajak came up and asked the, couple to introduce himself, and the man spoke first, which I thought was very nice, because I said, oh, okay, good. She's letting her man lead. That's cool. And he talks and he says, and he stumbled a little bit on the ages of their children, and then the woman literally went, the woman literally was like, um, our kids are Shaquanda, she's 7, and Kareem, he 9. And she kind of like embarrassed her husband, and kind of like really kind of spoke down to him. And I had to change the channel. Like, I changed the channel right away, because I don't like to watch those kind of stereotypical reinforcing, the the kind of issues that happen in relationships sometimes. So I changed the channel. But I really thought, I was like, sis, there was a better way to do that. There was a better way to do that. It's not that your husband didn't know the ages of the children. When you're on TV and you're on TV and them lights hit you, your mind goes blank. I'm telling you, I'm sitting in front of the lights right now just to broadcast to YouTube. YouTube to you guys, and my doggone, you could lose your train of thought. And so I thought there was just such a more feminine, delicate way of saying that, and to take herself out of competition with her man. She could have been like, she could have let him talk, and then been like, honey, she could have been like, mm-hmm. She could have let it slide. Who would have known? You know what I mean? When she got home, if they would have been like, your husband said your children were 7 and 9. Why you let him make that mistake on TV? She could have said, sis, when them lights hit you, you forget everything. He's fine. We still want our money. We're still good. You know what I mean? Have your man's back. Speak life into your man. Don't always cut him down. This video, however, is not about, what women can do. This video is about what men can do. What men can do. But I do, since you guys did comment about that, put that in the comments. I did think it was important to always remember to speak life into your man, and don't always nitpick every single mistake that he makes. Allow him room. And I feel a lot of times, we're not allowed that. And I'm gonna bring it to a black white thing right now for this. Okay, black women, we're known for that. We'll cut them right down and tell them everything that's wrong with them. But I noticed that white women don't necessarily do the same thing. You think that white women didn't know that Donald Trump was a damn fool? Y'all really think they didn't know that? Of course they know it. Of course they know, he grabbed women by pussy. Of course they know that. But they have a tendency to support their man and support masculinity, even when it is nonsensical. Even when it is nonsensical. So I'm not saying that black women or minority women or any other women who have a tendency to speak up over their men should do it to that extreme. I am not saying or recommending that we should do it to that extreme, but I think we can take a page from the book of just respecting your man a little bit, so that if he give him room to make a mistake. Give him room to make a little mistake. Now, I'm not talking about no massive mistake like having children outside of the relationship, or lying, or stealing, or anything massive like that. But I'm talking about, if he forget a little something, oh, baby, you're working hard. I know you're working hard, honey. That's okay. I'll get it. Or, honey, okay, I know you're working hard, honey. Can you just get it for me tomorrow? Yeah. Instead of, didn't I ask you a million times to get the milk? Why you can't? You act like your job more important than mine. You can't remember nothing. One little thing I asked you to do, you ain't know how to do. Sis, fall back, fall back, fall back, and just give the man space. you know? And men, learn how to lead your women in this way as well. If you notice she's stepping into that real aggressiveness, say, honey, listen, let me tell you something, baby. Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. Let me tell you something. This is what I need from you in this moment. This is what I need from you in this moment. I need you to understand that if I forget what you asked me to do, I'm not doing it intentionally because you know I love you and you know I would do anything for you. I forgot because of this and this and this, and I'll make sure to get it for you tomorrow. Can you be okay with that? I need you to be okay with that, baby. And give me some space to make a mistake. Just know that anything I make, it's not because it's not a matter of my heart. It might be a matter of my head, but I will fix it for you. Lead your woman. Lead your woman. Even when you see her going down the path that you don't really like and getting maybe too masculine or too boisterous or doing the most and all of this, let her do it and then have her have a seat and say, baby, this is what I need from you. I love it when you're this way, honey. Can you do that for me? I made this mistake, absolutely, but I will fix it. And you don't gotta worry about it. Lead your woman. All right, let me jump back in this conversation. Oh, they asking me to block somebody. Hold up. I might have to block somebody up in here. Cause you know my squad, when my squad say I gotta do sometimes, you know what I mean? So be careful. Be careful in these comments. Okay. We have intellectual conversations over here. No troll conversations. All right. All right. Let's see what else. You're talking about black men aren't worried about that. That's a white folks problem. Black historically society was and is now matriarchal, the source of laws and how to treat other people. That's slightly nonsensical. All right, let's see what else is going on in here. Sipping on some red wine in DC. Hey, girl, hey. Clink, 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 clink. Cheers. All right, skipping over some of these comments because they look nonsensical. Thoughtfulness, attention to detail. Yes. Guys, make your lady a priority. That's not that she's not a second thought, but your primary concern. Make her first, and naturally, and your woman will naturally make you first. There, both of you are first in the eyes of each other. Miss Wall Street, yes. Being submissive is being vulnerable. A lady can't be vulnerable if she doesn't feel like she can depend on you. Abdullah, so what? She's not safe before we enter in the courtship? If you don't know how to make a woman feel safe, if you are not prepared to make a woman feel safe, if you don't see the value in making a woman feel safe, you are not deserving of having that woman in your life, and you are not deserving of dating a good woman. Go have a seat. Go read a book, go talk to a mentor, go talk to a man who's been in a relationship or a marriage for 4 years and figure that out. A woman should not have to explain to you why she's deserving of feeling safe in your presence. I am explaining it to you guys because we're having a conversation. But if you cannot absorb the understanding that a woman must feel safe and is deserving of feeling safe, and she will not submit to you, nor be soft, nor delicate, nor be anything of value to you if she is not safe in your presence, then you are not deserving of that woman and you're not deserving of dating. Your role as a man is to be a provider and a protector. And if you cannot provide nor protect, or you don't understand how to provide nor protect, or you're not willing to provide nor protect, then go be by yourself and get one of these plastic blow up dolls so you can do whatever you want in the privacy of your own room with your plastic doll and never procreate. Can I get back to my normal self now? Was that clear enough for you? All right. Let's get back into these comments. All right. Miss Wall Street, also let him make decisions sometimes and go with it if it's reasonable. let him lead. Absolutely. Let him lead. You don't have to make all the decisions. You don't have to nitpick and criticize everything he does. We all know men are not as detailed oriented as women are. So we can expect higher of them. We can expect them to be detail oriented, but don't nitpick to death every single thing. Don't, just as in the workplace, if you've delegated something, don't nitpick it to death. Don't micromanage it. Just in the workplace, you don't got to micromanage your subordinates. Don't micromanage in your relationships. Again, this conversation is about how men can take women out of the competitive nature, out of their masculinity. And we're also dropping in some gems for the ladies. But men, I want you to take this information as well and have conversations with your ladies and let them know, honey, I'm going to plan this dinner. This is what I want to do. I know I can't do it as good as you, but I want you to not worry about a thing. Can you just relax and be comfortable and let me take care of it? I promise you, you will have a good time. And remind her and let her know that you got it and you're taking care of her and you're wooing her. You're wooing her. You're courting her. And that's how you take her out of her competitive nature, out of her masculine energy, and bring her into her feminine, submissive, soft, caregiver nature. Right. Let him plan. Let him feel like a leader. Remind him that you find it sexy when he leads and that you feel good. And you're like, baby, I love it when you plan the dinner. Let him know. Reinforce those positive behaviors. Right? Let a man be a man. Let a man be a man and learn to receive. As a woman, learn to receive. And if you're with a man that I'm pulling this closer. And if you're with a man and you notice that he doesn't know how to lead, he doesn't know how to give, he doesn't know how to support, he doesn't know how to make you feel safe, drop him like a bad habit. Drop him like a bad habit. If you feeling nice, you could probably maybe try to explain to him. But when you're with a man who doesn't know anything about being a man and you try to gently explain to him what you're looking for, usually he takes it in a defensive. He's very defensive about it. So, you know, ladies, if you want to be nice and try to explain what you're looking for a little bit more, maybe try that. But from my experience, once you see a man does not know how to be a man, explaining it or what you're looking for to him will only make him be defensive and make him be insecure. And then, you know, you're not really. That's like doing too much. You know what I mean? So y'all better watch these YouTube videos. These ladies tired of coaching y'all. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Treat it like a lady. I was under the illusion that we are in a hookup culture and that courtship is deceased. You are under the delusion. It's called delusion. You're delusional. I don't know where you be getting your ladies. Get off Tinder, and actually go out in the real world and attract a woman. And as I said, and I said this in the past, not every man is deserving of a woman. That's the thing. That's the other delusion in America, is that everything with a penis is deserving of a woman. You're not. You've not gone through any rites of passage. And if you haven't created some self-imposed rites of passage, you will find that you will be in this hookup culture and you will only be used for your man parts because you're not worthy of having a woman consistently in your life. So a good woman. Now you could have whatever, Sharkeisha, and then, hook up with her. Yeah, sure. You can have your plastic blow up doll. Sure, absolutely. Nothing stopping you. Free country. But if you are not understanding why you can't get a good woman in your life, one that you really, really desire and one that treats you like a king, it's because, you haven't done the work to make yourself a man and understood your role as a man and understood how to lead a woman. You got to do that work. You got to do that work. And nobody's coaching anyone to do that. No one's coaching anyone to have a rites of passage and understand what makes you ready to have a woman in your life. You have to be ready. You have to be ready. You're not just deserving of a woman because you have a penis. Contrary to popular belief, is delusion. Chivalry is not dead. That is what women are looking for. That is how chivalry, top secret gem here. Chivalry is how you bring a woman into her femininity, how you make a woman soft, how you make a woman submit to you through chivalry, through wooing her, through showing her, through caring for her, through taking care of things for her, making sure she is safe to be around you, being impeccable with your word, being a leader, planning things, making things fun, asking her what she does, how she cares for herself, as Maceo said. That is how you woo a woman. That's how you bring a woman into her femininity. And that's how you capture the heart of a woman that you truly desire. That's how you capture the heart of a woman you truly desire. Stop being so defensive with women. Stop treating women like buddies. Stop treating women that you date the same way that you treat women in the workplace. Stop expecting a woman to pay for half of everything. Stop doing all of those things that you would do with a friend, with the women that of hearts that you're trying to capture. None of that works. None of that works. You have to woo a woman. You have to woo a woman. You have to know how to bring her out of her, bring her into your safe space, and let her, again, blossom. All right, let's see what else you guys saying. No, chivalry isn't dead, and everyone isn't buying into the hookup culture. No, good women aren't. In fact, it's going the complete opposite. It's just clamping up on y'all. Like you're not. No, it's not. There's no free. No free. No, none of that freeness. Okay, not with the good ladies. Most women are waiting for the opportunity to give a man the key to her secret garden. However, she needs to know the man is qualified. Horticulturalists, knowing the rose is delicate with many layers of petals. Look at that. Lavita says, when a man steps up to open the door, pay the bill, plan a date, you know you can fall back and let him take over. What you're doing, so it eventually it is going to be a mutually beneficial relationship. But at the front, you have to create that space, that safe space for your woman to come into her femininity, to come into her caregiver mode. It is a man's responsibility to create that in the onset and then allow the woman to blossom. It is not the other way around, right? It will never work the other way around. If you keep a woman in her masculinity, keep her scared, keep her fearing things, you in the relationship, you will never be able to bring her into her softness. So you have to show her that it's safe for her to be soft. You have to let her know that you got it, that you're impeccable with your word, that she doesn't have to worry about anything. In fact, even though she got it, she can take care of things. She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to with you because you got it. You know what I mean? And then bring her into that space. Kenyon, I'm not sure what your mom did to you or the lack of your father, but you really have no idea what you're talking about. Or you know what? I'll say this: for your lifestyle, I'm sure you know exactly what you're talking about. But on this channel, we're talking about a little bit of a different lifestyle, so you might be on the wrong channel, boo. You might need to be on one of them ratchet ghetto low standard channels. But for this channel, it's a little bit of an elevated conversation that's going right over your head, dear. What else are you guys saying in this? Gems, gems. Hey, girl, thank you, boo. Okay, so DB, hey DB, you're in Seattle. He says, very true, Miss Wall Street. That is very true. Let the man lead, but we don't have to be a beast to do that. This man and white men have defeated us. Yeah. Kenyon, I am so sorry that you're living that existence and that reality. But most of us on this channel are not in that reality, dear. So I'm glad you're watching to bear witness firsthand to reality that's completely contrary to your own. And hopefully you being here bearing witness to a reality that's completely contrary, completely different to your own, allows you to awaken to the reality that not everybody is blaming white people for their problems. Not everybody is living this ghetto hookup lifestyle. Not everyone believes that chivalry is dead. In fact, some of us are elevating our standards. Some of us are traveling. Some of us are knowing how to step into our femininity and how to step into our masculinity, how to lead into relationships, how to love ourselves and one another. That is what this channel is about. So hopefully bearing witness to this and going back and watch some of my other videos, and hopefully that will awaken you to the reality. And if it doesn't, you can continue to live that self-fulfilling prophecy into the depths of despair on other channels on YouTube. But on this channel, you will never hear us talking about or blaming or doing all of that. We're talking about opening up our mindsets. We're talking about learning from the collective wisdom of the itskellscollective community. We're talking about elevating our standards. We're talking about how to treat each other and how to allow each other to be into our masculine and into our feminine, how to respect, how to breathe life into each other. That is what we talk about as it pertains to relationships on this channel, my dear. So welcome, and hopefully this allows your mind to open up a bit more. But based on your comments right now, you're still stuck in the negative self-fulfilling prophecy, but hopefully you can pull yourself out. What else are you guys talking about? Drop non-safe men that can't lead. I agree. It's very difficult to get a man, to make a man not be defensive when you're asking him to lead in a certain way. Man, that's the work that you have to do on your own. That's your rite of passage to be able to have a good woman in your life. Ella, hey Kells, finally catch alive. Hey girl, hey. I'm glad you caught us. Men must be ready to serve even when it's not expected. So it will be reciprocated, men. I want to reassure you that it will be reciprocated, but you have to demonstrate it on the onset of the relationship. It is not the woman's response. It does not work the other way around. It does not work the other way around. You must demonstrate that at the onset of the relationship and allow your woman to bubble up, to begin to bubble up, to begin to boil, right? A man usually starts out hot, and the woman has to come to her boil, right? You like that play on words? Just as in the bedroom, a man is hot, finished, fast, way faster than a woman. And to keep that analogy in your mind, in every instance, the reason why you're courting a woman is because you're allowing her to feel safe, for her to come to that climax, for her to bubble up. And so that's why you do these things. So you're not doing these things and thinking that you're going to be, you're never going to receive the fruits of your labor. You will receive the fruits of your labor, but you have to bring a woman to that. You have to lead a woman to that, and how you court her, how you woo her, how you show her that you want, that you desire, and that you admire, and you find sexy her soft feminine side. SE, preaching to the choir. Thank you for expressing that so eloquently. Oh, you're in Germany. It's 4:40 a.m. here in Germany. Great topic. We'll catch the replay. Oh my goodness, what are you doing up so early? Thank you for joining from Germany. Hey, which part of Germany are you in, girl? Jared says women need to be led and raised by God. Give Jesus your heart and you will be happier. I disagree with that. I think that the whole church, black people church thing, I'm a Christian and I believe in God, but I don't think that you should turn your life over to something other than yourself. You are in command of your life. You are in command of how you feel. You are in command of what you do. You are in command of everything about your life. And so if you want your life to go in a certain direction, you have to take ownership of that. You can't give your life over to some other person's definition of God, some other person's definition of your savior. You are your savior in this life. You know what I mean? You can give respect to a higher creator, a higher being. But if you think you're turning your life over to somebody else to lead you, you're gonna be led right the hell astray. Okay? Understand that you are in command. You are in command. You must take ownership of your life. Anything that happens to you is your doing or lack thereof. And that's my belief. Y'all got different beliefs? That's okay. Please express them in the comments. Alkaline, the ultimate competition is with oneself. My wife was an attorney in the army, and there was no pulling rank at home. There was a power struggle, but once I stepped up, things worked out. Look at that. Samantha says, I can see many black women becoming lesbians in the future. Black men are very abusive. Ooh. Santhea says, yes, address him, Kells. Yeah, you know. Alkaline, yes, alkaline. The strongest, most competitive women at work want their man to step up at home. I agree with that, but also, women, you have to learn how to step back at home as well and let your man lead and pick a leading man. Pick a leading man and let him know that's what you're looking for when he's courting you. And find signs of a man that's capable of doing that, not a man that you have to coach through everything. You know what I mean? Like, you don't necessarily need a man that you have to coach through everything. They will get in their defensive, or they'll be very feminine men. And some of us want that. Not everybody wants the same thing. But if you're looking for a masculine man, and look for a man that knows how to lead and let him lead. Fall back sometimes. Fall back. Don't micromanage. All right. So family, don't forget to Hills. Oh yeah, give me likes. Thank you, Maceo. Please do. Remember to subscribe. Remember to give us a like for this conversation. Thank you guys so much for showing. Look at you guys. You guys are going hard in these comments, even with the troll in the mix. Y'all better teach him something. Y'all better let him know how we learn from the collective wisdom of the Kells community. Yes, God. All right. Okay, so Essie says, Samantha, black women have options other than the abusive black men you mentioned. Men come in all colors of the rainbow, and we're here for them also. Okay, so we into the swirl. We're into the swirl. We go where we are adored, where we're glorified, not where we're merely tolerated. Absolutely, I agree with that. Maceo on some nice points. Airborne, you're welcome, boo. Thank you for showing up. Confidence is a seductive component for women, but not cockiness. Absolutely. Sexy confidence, groundedness. Absolutely, Kenyan. Get you a white boy if you can't deal with these black men. It's fine. Get you an Asian if you can't deal with the white guys. Get you a Hispanic if you can't deal with the Asians. Get you whoever makes your heart skip a beat. Whomever. Oh, and if you can't find them domestically, travel. Um, Alkaline, a woman knowing her feminine strength is the key to unlocking everything she desires. Knowing how men respond to masculine energy is key. Yes, knowing how men respond to masculine energy is key. That awareness for women is key as well. I agree with that. Let me say that again. A woman knowing her feminine strength is the key to unlocking everything she desires. Knowing how men respond to masculine is key. So that's the compliment to the men make women feel safe to be feminine, but women, you also need to know how men react to masculinity, feminine females being masculine, and you also need to understand that your femininity is the key to unlocking your desires. I agree with that. That is very well worded, Alkaline. Thank you for that. I agree. You guys know I preach a lot about femininity. Woo. All right. I feel like this is weird tonight. Am I in frame? All right, a few more spins around the comments. Let's see. Hey, Maceo, you know German too? Hey, look at that. Yo, Maceo, who are you, bruh? Who are you? No, you spitting German in the comments. What did I tell you guys about the Kells Collective? What we are lit. Like, yo, we are super duper lit. We had the most just like eclectic, like just amazing people on YouTube who come to support the Kells Collective. I appreciate you guys so much. Should I tell you guys a little bit about the collective? It started out as a 7-day challenge where I went live 7 days in a row, taking your dating drama, your dating tea via email. What you needed to do was you needed to email into me at itskellscollective@gmail.com your dating stories, your questions, your drama. And I brought that to you guys. I read it live on air and then I gave you my candid off the dome commentary. But not only did you get my off the dome commentary, you got the commentary of all of the collective here in the comments as well. So you got kind of this well-rounded perspective on your dating drama and your dating tea. So we did 2 rounds of the 7-day challenge back to back to back. You can find that on the playlist. If you look for my playlist on my channel, it's Kells Collective, hashtag it's Kells Collective. You can see all of those videos. And so we finished up our 2 rounds of our 7-day challenges. And now we're just going on Fridays, sometimes Saturdays and Sundays live. Sometimes we do the emails. If you guys email into me at itskellscollective@gmail.com. Or sometimes I just bring topics that come up in conversations when I go out to happy hours with my girls, or when I go out to dates, or when I am wined and dined, or, just conversations that come up. Or sometimes it's just conversations that are happening, current events. Like Meghan Markle is going to be our new Black princess. So, so that's how the whole It's Kells Collective live broadcast started. And so if you're interested in writing in, write to me at itskellscollective@gmail.com. Give this video a thumbs up if you're feeling what we're talking about so far. We're only going to be on for a few more minutes. And also remember to put on your notifications and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Right? All right, so I'm going to go one more quick time in the comments and then we're going to call it a night. There are a bunch of you in here tonight. Good looking out, guys. If you came late, you can always watch the rebroadcast after we go live. Yeah? Yeah, you guys know what's up. Christine, I believe in Jesus, but I think this comment was unbalanced. Why would God want me to have a good man? Okay. DB says, not all black men are screwed up. They are hidden gems in many areas, and I love only black women. Okay. No, of course, all black men are not screwed up. Nope. Just as all black women are not screwed up. I think we're a little bit speaking a little bit different languages now. And I think it's important for us to have these conversations so we learn what's in each other's heads and we start to speak the same language again. I don't think we're that far off. We're like speaking like, French and Creole, or like English and Patois. We're speaking the same language. Maybe our dialects are a little bit off. So we're getting back on the same page. I feel it. I feel it. And that's why conversations like this are so popular with you guys, because I think we are all about getting back on the same page. Relationships in general. I'm not only talking about black relationships, but I'm talking about relationships in general. Yeah? Yeah. So I agree with you, DB. Not all black men are screwed up. That's far from the truth. But I do think we do need to understand what women are looking for, what men are looking for, and how to woo each other, and the role that men need to step up and play in the beginning part of that courtship, and the rites of passage to be able to woo the heart, get the heart of the woman truly desire. There's work to be done, man. Actually, I think you've indirectly answered my questions, Kells. My situation is a little different than most guys. What's your situation? Write to me, Airborne Eclipse. Write to me on itskellscollective@gmail.com. Let me know your story and I'll bring it to the collective. I would love to know. I'm in Frankfurt, Ella Ella. I also a London returner 2 years back. You're a London returner. I've been back from London for 3 years. I can't imagine that. Okay, so you're in Germany, Frankfurt. Okay, Frankfurt. I've not been to Germany. I need to get there. Jared, God wants you to have eternal life and not make idol out of pursuing a husband or a wife. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This conversation is about how you can stop being in competition with, how men can stop being in competition with women, and how you can bring out the femininity in a woman that you desire and her sexiness, and how you can ultimately build to the relationships that we're all seeking. So when somebody jumps in the comments and tells you what God wants for you, that is not their place. They are speaking outside of their place. You and you alone knows what God wants for you. And in order for you to understand what God wants for you, it's not in order. It's you don't read books and watch YouTubes and all of that. What you do is you become silent, you meditate, and you listen to that inner voice, because that is God speaking to you, that inner voice, nothing else, because God is within you. God is not some external thing. God is within you. And it is an intimate relationship with yourself. That's how you become closer to God, in my humble opinion. All right. Lust for life. What you asking for? How's the men's money in Germany? I think German guys are pretty cheap. That's my understanding of it, but I don't know. Ella might be able to tell you something different. Lust for Life, yes, I got the link, but I didn't know how to do it. I went on it and it didn't, like, it wasn't intuitive. So I haven't been watching the Two Rome for Love show. I don't know how to. I have a Fire Stick. I might be able to watch it on that. My brother gave me a Fire Stick, but I couldn't do the link. I didn't. It wasn't intuitive when I clicked the link, girl. Aw, thank you, Maceo, showing me so much love. Thank you, boo. Aw, so sweet. Good morning, Sasha Lawrence. Hey, Kells, caught you live for once. Good morning from the UK. Where are you in the UK, Sasha? Hey, girl, we got somebody from Germany in here. We got somebody from the UK. Yes, collective. Y'all are just popping tonight. Um, of course, Jared, but having an intelligent dialogue is not idolatry. I can't. I'm not a huge fan of Bible thumpers. I really not. I'm really not, because I find it becomes an excuse for inadequacies. It becomes an excuse for anything. You know what I mean? It just it's slightly nonsensical to me. But yeah, I know a lot of times we fall back to that. Uh, there we go. I know that's the only thing that we've been taught in our lives. I feel like, oh, what's going on? Hold on, sorry guys. A lot of cultures, they really only teach you through biblical references, and they don't really teach you. It's almost like in high school, these things that you come out and you don't know how to write a check, or you don't know how to do your taxes, or you don't know how to change how I feel sometimes. Hawaii. Oh my God. Ah, you're in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. So we have Germany, we have Hawaii, we have UK. My gosh, you guys are showing up and showing out tonight. Yes, collective. Sheffield. Oh my God, you're in the north. Oh my gosh, I love a northern accent. I love a northern UK accent. It's beautiful. It reminds me of patois, Jamaican patois. Sometimes a little bit, little bit, little bit. All right. So yeah, I find that a lot of times we're over taught to rely on religion and biblical references, and it's a little bit like very book smart but not street smart. You know what I mean? And as I said, it's like this high school, you're so educated in high school or even college, and then you come out and you don't know how to do your taxes. You don't know how to invest your money. You don't know how to make your money. You know what I mean? You don't know how to change a tire, but you know how to flip the pages of a book and recite things and point to things as idolatry, and you know how to criticize things, and you know how to use religion to try to govern somebody else's behavior or somebody else's relationship with self or God. But you don't know really anything more than that. So I don't really want to criticize it, but I find it, I don't find it the best. I'm not a huge fan of it. All right. The Bible thumping, that is. Um, DB, you're going to the UK on Wednesday. You are always traveling. Are you a consultant? Did you tell me you were a consultant, DB? Are you going to the north though, DB? You're probably going to London. Sasha's in the Sheffield. Misogynoir. Misogynoir. Yep, we have a lot of that. I think we had a troll in here tonight who was trying to play on that. Lust for Life. Ooh, it seems like you work for the State Department. Do you work for the State Department? Oh, you're a professional pilot for a pharma company. Ooh. I have another friend who's a pilot, but he's for commercial planes. Another black guy. He just got his pilots all sorted out. And then I know there's a lot of pilots, like Jamaican pilots in Dubai, who fly for like Dubai stuff and stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. We got some pilots in the building. Kels, I would love to know the name of your alter ego. That is an amazing question to ask on a date. When you go out with a woman and you're trying to get her out of her masculinity, get her out of her business mode, and you really want to know more about her, you want to know how she cares for herself, you want to know what makes her heart skip a beat, you want to know where she loves to travel, you want to ask her, what's the name of your alter ego? That's very intimate, very personal, and not everybody's entitled to that information. But when you're on a date and you're trying to woo a woman, that's something that you might be able to ask her and she might tell you. She might even show you if you're lucky. I don't know if I got a DM on what platform, darling. Matching with the pillows. I'm matching with my cup. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, oh, if you came late, what I'm doing is if you purchase a cup, send me a mug, send me a picture on Instagram, and my Instagram is linked below, and I will post it on my Instagram. I am shouting out everybody who bought a mug, who's supporting the collective, and I'm shouting you guys out on my Instagram. Yeah, so my matchy matchy tonight. Look, it's all the monochromatic and the red lips. All right. Last word in the comments, and then we're gonna jump for tonight. It's super late. Like I gotta get my beauty rest. All right. I have a lot of friends who fly for Emirates. Yes. They got a friends and family discount on Emirates. I need to go to Dubai. I've not been to Dubai. I need to go. My cousin just came back from there and she's going to send me pictures of her and camels and things like that. And she told me it was great and she loved how they respected women there and things like that. So I need to go to Dubai. I need to go to Dubai on Emirates. I need to go see the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, Khalifa, Burj Khalifa. Yes. And all of that. Great response. You like my response, boo? Yeah, Jamaicans. They fly. They fly in the in Dubai. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna jump for the evening. I do these videos so you know you're not out here alone in this sometimes crazy dating world. This is your first time here. I would love to have you subscribe. Roosevelt is coming at the last minute when I'm doing my closer. Roosevelt is from Kuwait. So we've had Kuwait, Germany, UK, Hawaii. We have run the full gamut tonight. That's what's up, guys. Remember to smash, smash, smash that like button. It helps me get noticed in this big world of YouTube. Share this video if you need to let help a man in your life know how not to be in the competitive space with women, how not to evoke masculinity in women, how to treat women differently at work than they do in their romantic life, how to woo a woman, how to make a woman feel safe and bring her into her femininity so she can blossom and be the sexy, delicate, soft woman that he loves and desires wants in his life. Subscribe if you've not already. Think about buying some merch if you want to support the collective. Yes, God. And I will see you guys again maybe tomorrow with a topic. Let me know what topics you want me to talk about. Email me at itskellscollective@gmail.com. And I will be on Sunday as well. Yes, guys? Good night, my peoples. Bye, guys.